Eclectic Soul Podcast. So today, Jen and I are going to do a podcast using tarot cards. And we are going to also discuss, while using the tarot cards, personalities. And I think based on the cards I've chose for myself to use, it's my cards are based on my personality, and it's my very first deck of tarot cards that I bought myself. And I chose my fairy cards. So it's Mystic Fairy Tarot by Linda Ravenscroft. This is going to be interesting, and I haven't read tarot in a long time, so you'll have to bear with me. But yes, that's what I chose to use. So Jen, what have you chose?
Well, I didn't bring my box today.
Oh boy.
Because I'm not at my house.
No,
and
you're not.
I put my cards in a little...
It's really cute.
It's a little crocheted bag that my friend Kindley, she makes me a bunch of these things. So, and they're really cute.
They're very
and this
cute.
one's sparkly.
Yes, it is. It looks like it's like an acrylic or it starts with an A because it has like they weave in like a metallic strand within it that gives it the sparkly look. It's really pretty, and it's green.
Yep.
It's got a nice little drawstring. But anyway, what were you going to say?
So the deck is called At the End of the Rainbow Tarot. I don't know who it's by because I didn't bring the box, but I will include the person who designed the cards. I'll put it in the show notes. And this particular topic that we're discussing, we're probably both going to have some very different takes on this because I think there's a lot of different ways you could approach this topic.
Yes.
So
I'll cut them. Oh, you stop talking, stomach. And I'm going to do 5 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wow. Wow. So my first card is Knave of Wands. My second card is 8 of Cups. The third card is Judgment. The fourth card is King of Swords. And the 5th card is the 9 of Pentacles. Why does she look like she's sleeping? Okay, I am not very big on reading tarot cards. So Knave of Wands, I know, is... good thing I got a book.
yeah, me.
I do have you. You want to answer this for me?
Well, why don't you do what you do best? Which is go off of your intuition first.
Well, my intuition, see, just because it's wands,
and remember, this is you're reading about yourself, right? This is all about your personality, so this should be describing you in some way or giving you some sort of
Knave
feedback.
to me is childlike.
Okay.
So I am very childlike because I am like a gamer big time. You'll find me playing League of Legends just about every night. And then wands. I'm trying to remember what that means in the other decks because wands. Knave of Wands, Knave being the child, he's the youngest. He would be the youngest member of the royal court, right?
Of the Court of Wands.
Well, of Court of Wands, right?
Do you want me to tell you what wands?
Yes, go ahead.
So wands is creativity, passion, and also like goals and ambitions.
That's me.
but you're in the knave, right? So
right.
you're
I'm very
lots of potential.
I have potential, but I'm still a child. So the next one, 8 of Cups, and actually belongs to a group called the 3 of Cups. So, And look, they're pretty. They look like tulips, which is one of my favorite flowers. And they're yellow, which is another one of my favorite flowers. And it's a mermaid fairy riding on a dragonfly, which is two of my favorite things out of all insects. I don't like bugs, but I love butterflies and I love dragonflies. And I love mermaids. So for me, this cup represents my calmness and my stability within myself. Just the fact that I will sit and think about things I want to do and try to find a way to bring them to life.
This to me is about having emotional resilience. So like being able to move on emotionally from situations. So it doesn't mean that, because everybody I think goes through hardships and they're difficult. But to me this is showing that you don't wallow.
I try not to.
Right? It's not saying that it doesn't affect you. In fact, that it's showing that you have emotion, right?
I have a lot of emotion.
But you try to
move on.
You don't let it, wreck you. You don't
Right.
You don't, try to drown in the moment or in the sadness or in the...
I'll have it. I'll stir in it. I'll cry. I'll scream. I'll yell. I'll holler. I'll do whatever the emotion brings forth in it. But I also take that emotion and I put it on as gear.
But to me, this shows emotional maturity.
Which I'm
Right.
pretty sure I
Yeah.
have. Because I've been through hell and high water. Water!
And that's why I think she's sitting on the dragonfly, right?
Yeah.
Because it's showing you that she's present in the moment, but she can also
Fly away
Fly
at
away.
any moment. Yeah. So,
Okay.
judgment. Actually, this fits me more than what some people would think. I am an INFJ, and judging is one thing that I do. I'm also a Virgo, so judging is also another thing that I do in that aspect as well. So, I judge things, situations, more so than I judge people. I will only judge a person based on how they are treating others. I prefer to judge the situation and judge the moment and the behavior, not the person. So, because we are human.
Right.
We do make mistakes. So what is judgment to you in tarot?
For this particular situation, I think it's saying that in your core, because again, it is a major arcana card.
Yes.
That everything that you do in life comes from this feeling of having a calling to do something, whatever that might be. And that's what I think this is referencing. I think it's referencing that you need to be, there's something special, something that you're supposed to be doing. And so it's not saying that you're specifically doing anything specific.
Right.
But it's saying that you feel deep down that you should be, there's something grand. Something
There is, and I don't know what it is.
Right. But that's what I think that card means.
Wow. Wow. See, this is not every tarot reader is going to read the same way.
No.
Because it's everybody's perspective.
Right. But that's one of the meanings of the judgment card.
Right. Yeah. And I'm reading it based from oracle aspect.
Right.
So that it blows my mind because I actually contemplate every day and think about, I know that there is something that I am supposed to be doing, but what the hell is it? Because it's supposed to reveal itself to myself by doing the things that I'm doing, but yet I'm not getting the answer. King of Swords. Okay, first off, me and swords do not get along.
Do swords get along with anybody?
I don't like swords. They're very pointy and sharp. King. Well, he's the head of the sword family. It's not representing me. Maybe he's representing somebody that's supposed to be in my life. I don't know. Or someone that is in my life that's being not so good. I don't know, because
this is all you, right? This is your personality. So
right.
This is you.
So maybe that's my alpha. I self-sabotage myself.
Actually, I think I kind of agree with you on, on that line.
I kind of do. But look, he's sitting among roses. I'm putting my cards over there so they don't fall again. He's sitting on roses. He has a sword. He has what looks like thorns for a crown.
Mm-hmm.
He is a fairy. He has a stern look on his face. And he is wearing armor of sort. And there's some orbs. The King of Swords, for it to be me. And this is,
you don't know.
For me, for internally, it just says it's just my alpha. That sometimes I get in my own way.
I agree with that. This is, out of all the cards, I would say it would be you're definitely your more alpha card. This is, you are a communicator, like big time. That's what this to me is.
Well, I am an INFJ.
This basically just means that you say what's on your mind.
Yes, I do.
You don't hold back.
No, I don't.
But because it is a very alpha energy, you do get yourself in trouble sometimes.
Yes,
and that's kind of what that's...
Because I'm an honest person.
Right. And swords, and the thing is, swords is communication because it is double-edged, right? You say something and it can cut someone, metaphorically speaking.
Right.
So, yeah, I kind of agree with what you said there, with the alpha and that.
Yeah.
But it also means that you're very honest.
I am very honest.
Yeah.
I have no reason to,
you're not passive aggressive.
No, I know I'm not. I'm very
saying
blunt.
You're blunt because that's what that card is.
Very blunt. And the next person, next male that ever calls me passive aggressive, they might get knocked out. Especially if they're in a jab reach, because I'm sick of hearing it. Do not take my honesty and my ability of trying to speak with you to understand where you are coming from as passive aggressive, because I have never been passive aggressive ever in my life, and I don't like it when people call me passive aggressive. Thank you. See? I knew it. All right, so the last one. 9 of Pentacles. Well, Pentacles deals with money, right?
It's the material world.
It's material, yes. Living in the material world. Yes, Madonna. So she's sitting here and she's rubbing a little mousey that's sitting on top of another little mousey in her lap. And there's harvesting stuff around her, as in, like, there's, I guess, fruits and veggies and wheat. She looks like she's inside of a basket. They're field mice. And to be a 9, which is really something, because 1 was born in September. That is a 9. My life path is an 8. 9 is one of my lucky numbers. However, I don't have money. I wish I did. Oh my God. What I see from there, I guess from what I see around in this, and look, it's purple and green, some of my favorite colors. I guess some of my labors do bring fruits, the fruit of my labor. Mm-hmm. So, I guess if I tap into what I am and what my potential is, I will have a good outcome. Mm-hmm. It's just I don't know what it is yet. I still don't know what it is. I mean, what you reap what you sow. That's what I was looking for. So if I actually did what I was supposed to do, I would reap from it. Mm-hmm. So, and it would be a good thing. But so what's your take on it? Because you're the tarot reader. I'm probably way off, but this is my intuition,
Yeah. So as far as personality, it's physical environment. Your physical environment and also your way of life. So this could be like having a comfortable house, having a decent amount of money, being able to feel secure, right? This card is about this is important to you. This is part of who you are.
Yes, it is.
Something that you strive for, it's something that you want.
Yes.
That is what that card is. It's about the comforts, but also having a specific type of living situation.
Yes. And it does go along with what I said.
It does.
Because if I did all of this, I would reap from my rewards. So I would have the house I want. I would have the car that I want.
Right.
I would be able to help those that I want to help. I'm a giver, so I would help my friends. I would help the family that I want to help. As long as I'm comfortable, then I would want everyone to be comfortable. Anyone who walked into my own home would feel at home. But that's what I want. That's my goal. But this does describe me. This is basically who I am. So it's me in a nutshell.
I think that's what you can call this. You can call this reading Me in a Nutshell. And anyone else can do it too.
Exactly.
Me in a nutshell.
Me in a nutshell. All right, so that was it. Now we're going to go to Jen's, and Jen's is going to be more fascinating because she actually reads tarot and I do not. I do read. It takes me a while to do it.
But aren't you proud you didn't even use the book?
I know I did.
Because I stopped you.
No.
Because you don't need it.
Because I just went.
I am so big about not using the book.
I don't always like to use the book, but it's tarot, so
yeah.
Well,
you didn't need it.
I don't.
I'm sitting here with you, so you didn't need it.
Well, I know you're sitting here with me, but still, I'm a perfectionist. I want to do it on my own first.
But I did let you do it on your own first.
Yes, you did, but
you didn't need the book. You went with your intuition.
Yes.
It'd be different if it was somebody who has never really read cards before. They're gonna need the book,
right?
Because they don't even know how to use their intuition yet.
So if y'all have been reading like me for the past 12, 15 years, throw your books away. No, I'm just kidding. But yes, that was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Thank you very much. And I'm going to read my little fairy. So, Fairy Farewell. Fairy's clever. I can't even speak now. Fairy's clever. Fairies bright, from garden, wood, and pond, you shed your glorious light. Many thanks for helping me find my path that's true and right. Thank you. I appreciate you. Come back and play any other day. Up next, we have our glorious Jen. She is a soprano. She's an INTJ. Ooh, they're pretty on the outside.
They pretty?
They look very Celtic.
They are, and they're so St. Patrick's Day-ish. Okay.
Yay! It's a leprechaun!
So my reading is going to be about personality types specifically. So if you've listened to some of our other podcasts previously, we went into huge detail about personality types, the MBTI, Myers-Briggs personality system, and cognitive functions.
Yes.
And the cognitive functions are what's the most important thing. It's more important than whether you're an INTJ or an INFJ or whatever it is.
Yes. That's what runs you.
Right. It's what makes up your personality. So the reading I'm going to do is it's going to be 4-card reading. And you have 4 cognitive functions.
Yes.
You have your dominant.
Yes.
Auxiliary, tertiary. Is that, I don't know, inferior? I don't know. I don't remember.
I think it's the inferior.
Is it inferior?
Because it wants to be number 1 and it can't
But
be.
anyway, it goes in a hierarchy order.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, just like Jen did, I'm going to do a reading on myself to kind of show you how you would explore your cognitive functions.
Okay.
So I'm going to lay out 4 cards, 2 up at the top and 2 at the bottom.
Okay.
And I will start at the top left, which will be my dominant and so on and so forth as I go.
Right.
Here we go. So first card is
wow.
an I. Now, the way that this works, though, is this is pretty much describing my cognitive functions, how they are displayed, but also to kind of give you insight into how maybe you can explore or change how you are using or viewing that particular cognitive function. Okay. So at the top left, we have...
And explain what your cognitive function is again. I-N?
N-I,
Or excuse me, N-I?
Yeah, N-I.
And Wolfie.
He's so cute.
He's so cute. He got a tattoo on his forehead.
Mm-hmm. So this is a major arcana card.
Yes.
And it is strength. Because they're just going by numbers, so you just kind of have to know what the number is.
Thank God she knows how to read tarot. Because I'd be like, what's this, Jen?
What is this? So what this card is that, and it actually kind of makes sense that it would be here. This is my dominant function, right?
Right.
So your dominant function is what you, basically how you view the world pretty much 100% of the time. It's what you're going to use in every situation. When you walk into a room, no matter what's going on. Mm-hmm. That is the function that you are using. NI stands for introverted intuition. So that just basically means that we're asking the why question all of the time. We want to delve deeper into a topic, a person, a situation. And kind of, we don't we see the surface level, but we want to ask the questions.
So, like, if Jen and I was to walk into a bar together and we scanned the bar, both of us would probably look at each other and go, why is that guy sitting by himself over there in the corner? We want to know why. So we would work our way over that way to drum up somehow conversation by sitting near a table near him, because we would want to know why, or to watch him to find out what's going on, because it would be weird. Because we would want to know why. Why is he there? Is he, alone? Did something happen? Is he just sad? Is something bothering him? Because we like to know why and if there's a solution. Mm-hmm.
So the way that I would look at this is it's telling me something, but it's also expanding it. So the reading is trying to tell you, how can you use this particular function in the outside world more or better? So this is saying that I am using it, right? It's upright. But it's also saying that I need to be getting it out into the world. Because the strength card is about something that is within you. That's who you are. But has to be expressed. Like, this is me, like the the song from The Greatest Showman, right?
Yeah.
That's when I see the strength card, that's the song I think of.
Yes.
Because that's what it is. It's about knowing who you are and expressing that out into the world and being that. Okay, so it's saying that, maybe because it is an introverted function, right? And I is introverted, that, me and you might talk about it, or I might talk about it with people in my life that are close. Right. But it's telling me that I need to expand it. Right. It's telling me I need to actually share my insights with the outside world more.
So we're taking the show to video next, right?
Maybe we might have to. Maybe. So that's how I read that. So my second cognitive function is...
It's Lover's card!
It is a Lover's card. And it's...
See, I knew that one.
And this is TE. TE is the cognitive function, which is extroverted thinking. Mm-hmm. And extroverted thinking is basically... you want to get things done. You have a goal and you want to accomplish that goal, and you want to do it in the most efficient way possible. We're not really concerned with the super inner workings of how to get to the end goal. It's interesting.
That's where we're different.
But we just want to get to the end goal. So as quickly as possible. So if somebody knows how to do something already, for example, let's say, I need a painting done, okay, for some reason. Mm-hmm. I've painted before, but I've never taken classes. I'm not what you would consider, like, people would look at me and go, she's a painter, like that's not.
Right.
Right. So somebody with TE in a higher position is going to be like, okay, out of all the people I know, who is going to be able to paint this, right? Because number one, if I can find somebody I know, I don't have to pay a lot or at all, right? So that's ding, efficiency, right?
Right.
If I can't find anybody, then I'll hire somebody because that's the next thing, right?
Right.
But I would never try to do it myself. That would be a last resort for me because that's not efficient.
Right.
Okay, I would try all these other, I want to get it done.
Right.
And that's what TE is. I have a goal, and whatever it is, whatever I need to do to get to that goal in the most efficient way possible is how I would do that. Now, what's interesting about this card, though, is that this is the Lovers.
Right.
And it's also a major arcana.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lovers card can be about a relationship, but it's also about bringing people together or bringing a connection, connecting with others.
Right.
So there's a couple of different ways that this could be speaking to me. This could be talking about my marriage, right? Specifically. Because me and Brian do share this cognitive function, even though he has it very low in his thing.
Right.
And this could be saying that I need to be bringing that out in him more.
Could be.
Okay. Because it's literally referencing love. It's a relationship, right?
Right.
And it's telling me that I need to explore that more. Maybe I'm not really doing that much. And the other thing is that you can take it out into the world more, right? So this could be saying that I need to be, just kind of like with this card, I need to be not just using it on my own goals, but like other people's goals, trying to help them be more efficient.
Right. See, and I'm FE here.
Yes, you are. Okay, so then my third function is this one here, my tertiary function. So the ones on the bottom are the ones that are not as mature. So these are the ones that you may have these moments that they come out and they're great and they work, and then you're going to have these moments where they're going to be kind of negative and toxic. For an INTJ, this third function is going to be FI. And FI is introverted feeling.
Uh-huh.
And introverted feeling means that feelings and emotions are private and they need to be kept within. And they're not really meant to be shared or expressed to other people necessarily. And we don't think that other people are responsible for how we feel. We make the decision to feel that specific way. So that's what FI represents. This particular card is the Four of Pentacles. And this card is pretty much the embodiment of FI, actually, which is kind of weird because this is the Scrooge card. So this is somebody who is withholding, right?
Wow.
So this is basically saying that I overly withhold my emotions.
Maybe.
Because it is tertiary, I'm probably going to do this more in a negative way, meaning times when I should be expressing my emotions. That's kind of how I view this card because Brian has it in the dominant position, which means that he's using it in a more productive way. Where with me, I'm going to, when I'm getting more negative emotions,
right,
I'm going to want to withdraw completely and not be honest or not want to share. And so that's how I view this particular card. And then the very last one is SE. And SE is the most immature one that I have.
I gotta pee! Oh.
What?
That's what they say from the back seat. You know, the little 2-year-olds. Mommy, why is the sky blue? Mommy, are we there yet?
No. And SE SE is extroverted sensing.
Yes.
So this, when it's productive, shows in being physical, using your body. Yeah. But when you have it in the very, very, very immature, it doesn't mean that you can't have these moments of using your body. In fact, it is definitely there. You want to use your body, but it's not dominant. So you're going to basically have this drive to use your body, but you won't necessarily always be using your body.
Is this the one kicking the back of the driver's seat that you want to smack so bad?
And it's also going to come out in a negative way a lot. So this is all about the senses, because sensing is all about your senses, the smells and how things feel when you touch them and stuff.
Right.
So this is going to come, when it's toxic, when it's immature, it's going to come out as overindulgence of some kind.
Oh boy.
In the physical environment. So you may, binge food, you may binge diet, you may binge exercise, you may be crazy obsessed with exercise for like 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden you just don't exercise for like 3 months.
Oh my God.
So it's there, but it doesn't stay, right? It's
right.
We have another major arcana card, which is the High Priestess reversed.
Is that you when you don't get your way?
No. This is pretty much the way I would read this is the High Priestess is all about spirituality in its core, right? And wisdom that you'll never know. It's kind of like that unknowable wisdom. Like you're pulled in by wanting to know more, but you're never going to know everything, right?
Right.
And it's reversed. So to me, this is basically saying that I use this poorly. This particular function out of all of these functions is the one that I really, really, really need to work on. Because it's like, because if you think about it, if I turn this card upright, the High Priestess means that I am being true to myself in a spiritual sense. In the way that I am and the way that I should be, and I'm gaining knowledge and I'm learning and you know what I mean?
Right.
But it's not like that. It's reversed. So it's saying that I'm not using this to my full potential, which makes sense because it is inferior.
Right.
But it's saying that I really, really need to work on this because it's affecting not just personality, but it's affecting my soul, essentially.
Yeah.
And just my being in general, right? Because the High Priestess goes beyond the physical. It's a spiritual card. It's kind of like Kim in the Aura card yesterday.
Yeah.
It's very similar to that. So you could even say that it's like your chakras are imbalanced in a sense, right? Because it's saying it's your whole soul and your energy is just all out of whack. So anyway, so that is how you do, or at least that's how I did. I don't know if anyone's ever done a reading on cognitive functions before, but if you've ever done one, I would love to know how you did it. But that's how I did it.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. Okay.
So another thing that you can do that I think would be kind of fascinating is to take out all the court cards.
All the court
cards out of the deck. And only do a reading with the court cards. Because when you're talking about personality, you're specifically talking about individuals, whether you're talking about yourself or you're talking about someone else. And court cards are designed to be specifically about people, right? So the court cards are describing the personalities of those particular people.
Right.
But it also shows your maturity level in those areas. So you can do the reading I just did, or you could do the reading that you did, right? Where you lay the cards out, and if you have a king, right, in one area, and you have a page in another area, and so on and so forth, right? It tells you where your maturity level is in specific areas. So pages mean that you are a novice or you're immature. Like if it's reversed, that's saying that you're not just a novice, you're reckless, you're you think you know it all and you don't know anything, right? So it shows that immaturity there, right? When you have a king, that means that you are mature. You have mastered or close to mastery with a particular thing, right? But anyway, so that, if you really want to get a really interesting personality reading, that would be kind of a cool personality reading to do.
Interesting.
Because that's what essentially the court cards are in a tarot deck. They're people.
Right.
Yeah.
And they each represent a personality type.
Yeah. Because the suits represent a particular area, whether you're talking about somebody who's more finance or material oriented, whether somebody's more emotional and so forth.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
this has been fun. So until next time, please stay safe. Wash your hands. Please, please, please take care of yourself. Stay healthy and happy. And know we are here for you. So you can contact us on our Facebook page, on our IG page, or leave a comment on our YouTube channel. Whatever it may be, send us private messages, whatever if you need a question or need something answered. Jenna is a professional tarot reader, so you can find her page to her website at the end of this broadcast. So until next time, please stay safe and stay healthy and happy, and know that we're here for you. Blessed be. Until next time. And if you would like to contact us, you may do so at our email, eclecticsoulpodcast@gmail.com. Our Instagram account is Eclectic Soul Podcast. Our Facebook is eclecticsoul.org. Our YouTube is Eclectic Soul. Jen?
If you want to reach me, my personal website is Music and Mystery. My SoundCloud is the SoundCloud page, the soundcloud.com/Jennifer-Feltman. My Facebook is at Music and Mystery, and my Instagram is at Music and Mystery.
And if you would like to reach me personally, my Facebook is at Just Call Me Jinjin. My Instagram is at Call Me Jinjin or Look for Goddess. And my Twitter is at Jen Sullivan. Thank you and have a blessed day.
Blessed be.